Hi. So, right off the bat, I'm still dealing with some, terrible cold stuff. It's very small, it's not a big deal, I'm basically over it, it's just the last bits that aren't totally, done yet. So if I cough or sneeze or have to, do some weird thing, bear with me. Oh man, I said so many times right there. So before I get into the video, I have, I'm saying it so much. Before we get into the video, here are my theater friends. So these are my theater friends.
Hey.
What's up?
We're working on props, and these losers aren't helping.
Well...
No! I do it.
Alright, no. We're not repeating what happened Saturday. She had a paintbrush.
Oh my god, I had a paintbrush!
She had a paintbrush covered in
not
red
a roller,
paint.
not a roller.
Covered in red paint and swiped it across my face. I had a huge red mark right here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking.
Say what you're thinking.
No,
We're all very glad to hear it.
No. No, it's kind of gross.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, you know where I'm going?
Yes, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. I think I still have the picture on my phone. Because as soon as...
can you move that? Because I got paint on my hands.
What, move this?
Yeah.
But as soon as she did that, I took a selfie.
Did I get paint my hair?
No, you're good.
Okay.
But
I'm Miley Cyrus's painter.
But as soon as she did that, I took a picture. Oh no, I deleted it. Oh well.
Smooth move, dingbat.
Well, I was running out of room on my phone.
Oh yeah. Every so often that happens, and I just delete a bunch of apps that I don't need.
Yeah. There's not much to talk about.
So James, tell your life story.
All right.
No!
So yeah, that was my theater friends. They're always...
Happy Tuesday.
Abigail, I said to wait till the end. No, I'm gonna let James do it. James, the end. Okay? Anyway, I actually have a topic to talk about, and that is that, coming back from the monastery, I'm going to talk about, my, religious history. I'm hoping that it'll be a little bit more interesting for those of you who have been, asking me to talk about more interesting things. I've always believed in, I've always believed in God. And that's really difficult to characterize, but I've just always had this sense that, there is a God, and I didn't really know what to do with that for most of my life, so for most of my life I just sort of ignored it. When I was a kid, I used to come up with different scenarios for the afterlife involving reincarnation and different heavens and hells and stuff. But I never really tried to do anything about it. I just sort of speculated and thought about it. But all of that sort of changed, I guess, 2.5 years ago at this point, when I totally out of the blue discovered Mormonism, and I'll say I was, without going into any detail, I was having some problems in my life at that point, and the Mormonism totally turned everything around for me. It was a saving grace, truly. And I essentially became a Mormon for about 2 years, and in the past few months, for the first time since like I said, like 2.5 years ago, in the past few months, I've sort of started looking at other denominations as potential for my own belief system. I've never lost the feeling that I was describing at the beginning that there's a God. But at this point, I don't really know, I don't really know what or who he is. So that's sort of where it stands. And so I'm talking about this because visiting a monastery was part of visiting the monastery was to sort of check out Russian Orthodoxy. And from what I've seen, it looks pretty good. I haven't really looked into it very much, but I don't see any things that immediately repel me, so that's a good sign. It seems to make sense to the extent that any religion makes sense, and I say that, and that's a really cynical thing to say, but I do think that there's an element of any religion that doesn't really make sense, and that's kind of what makes it a religion. A lot of religious people will tell you about faith and whatever as the way to bridge the gap between yourself and something that doesn't make sense. But so that's sort of where I stand. As far as the visiting the monastery, like I said, I enjoyed it a lot, and I am planning on looking a little bit more into Russian Orthodoxy as a potential for myself, and I'd also like to look into other orthodoxies, as well as Catholicism and other forms of Protestantism, and really anything else that I can find. So that's where I stand. The journal entry number 2 for the monastery visit is in the description. If you missed the first journal entry, that will be in the description as well. And maybe that's all. I feel like there's one other thing that I wanted to say, but I don't remember what it was. So, take it away, James.
Now?
Yeah.
Happy Tuesday.